Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Coin gap down. AMD gap down. There's a lot of names that gap down pretty nasty. Even Nvda for the small move we just had. Look at AMD, $13 gap down. Sheesh, that's insane. AMD should continue, but it's all the way down there. I want to see coin get the 15-minute close below 253.71. That'll be good. That's what I want to see. I'm still in my QQ puts. We're pretty much at break even here. We're a little bit in profit, but I want to see the bigger move. Alright, let's go over the chart real quick so we can see what we're looking today. We did gap down on QQ. We're back at 223 here on these. So ES, we did sweep the previous day high. NQ, we didn't sweep the previous day high. We did tap the daily open though. We rejected that, so which is really good on NQ. We are at the 4-hour imbalance. We are at that 4-hour retest zone to continue lower, like I said during the overview. So I'd want to see continuation to the downside, but I gotta see ES break this 15-minute low. For me, pretty much all this is just noise. I wouldn't want to trade within here. I did trade NQ sells here and I banked, but I don't want to trade within this range till we break below the low or break above the high. That's just pretty much my game plan for today, especially with such a short week and then with the holidays. So break below the lows, then we can trade downside. Break above the highs, previous day highs, then we can trade upside. But other than that, I really don't want to get caught up in the middle here. It's not worth it for us. So I'll explain why I shorted. So we had news, we had PPI at 7:30 a.m. Central. So for me, I waited for the retest of the daily open, which was right here. We got it at 6:40, and I was waiting to see if we could get above it. We didn't, and I just immediately smacked it, and I was risking the high here. And then on the other account, I got in on the retest of the imbalance to continue down to the 829. Now last night I shorted. If you guys saw my duration of that trade, I was in that trade for 4 hours and 22 minutes. I was in there for 4 hours on that trade, guys. That is insane. Literally, I was stuck in this chop. So the reason I took it was because we had broke the 15-minute low. Where the heck was it? Okay, so let me see. Oh, here. We had broke above, so you see how we had broke above the high here. This is my low here, this triple bottom here. We kept holding, we held, and then we finally broke. So I used a retest of it until the 5-minute zone, and then I just shorted from there. And it took 4 hours. All this, literally, it just kept playing the same level for me. It took 4 hours, and then overnight it finally hit my TP of 828. I was targeting the next low, but that's probably the longest I have ever been in a trade. 4 hours, bro. That's insane. I'm usually in and out, but yeah, I was like, man, I'm confident we're gonna get to that low, so I'll just hold it. And we did. We sure did. That was a very long time though. So right now, pretty much patience. Spaz, we're playing the larger time frame on QQ, bro. There's really no point for you to do that. Then you're not gonna have cash settled. It's pointless, bro. Just be confident, Spaz. Stop being scared, bro. Be confident. You guys gotta start being confident, man. I gotta start believing in yourself. SPY is holding that 5-minute low. Let's see. Yeah, SPY is holding that 5-minute low. We needed to break below 668.54 on SPY. And like I said, the 15-minute low on ES. Other than that, last week was a banger week for us, guys. Last week, we killed it. We killed it. We're gonna do the same thing this week. It's a short week, so I just kind of want to be in and out. Right now, we're getting a little retest of the 15-minute imbalance on NQ. We're getting a daily open retest on ES. So this does look nice for rejection here, but we're barely 4 minutes into open. Like I said, I always like waiting the first 15 minutes. QQ's below daily open, SPY's above daily open, so a little divergence here, right? Even with ES and NQ, we have some divergence. So just kind of trying to play it safe and wait the first 15 minutes. This is not the week to look around and find out, guys. This is a week to really follow your rules, okay? And obviously, we don't need crazy size. Bro, gonna text me in the morning. What you doing? Working? Bro, what? Some people aren't real, bro. Bro, we gonna text me at 8:30 talking about what you doing. Working. How the hell do you get through if I have the D&D on? Let's break this down to small time frame. Let's see. Yeah, 1 minute still bearish as well. As long as we stay below this high. And ES rejects the open. We gotta break this 15-minute low on QQ also. Could come and form the right shoulder over here. We keep rejecting that 1 minute high here on NQ. A 20-point risk to make 30 points, and it's gone. What's Apex though? Let me see. That shit better be less than $40 for activation. Let me go see what it is. Apex Black Friday Cyber Monday sale. Evaluation 80% off first month. $10 for lifetime PA only? Oh my god. Bro, I'm about to load up. Oh my god, I'm about to load up on Apex. $10 lifetime PA fee to win though. To win. It doesn't have a date. I mean, it's still Cyber Monday, so we can pass it by the end of the week. Pay $10 all in. That's $50 all in on a 50K pretty much. That's a great deal for 20 accounts. That's $1,000 all in for 20 accounts, right? That's a crazy good deal. Yep, I'm about to load up. For Apex, bro. It was for Apex. I don't love Apex, but the opportunity you have with Apex, it's one of the ones that legit, you guys seen it. Apex is the one that legit makes traders millionaires, bro. Off of the 20 accounts off the get-go. Literally just scale that up. Get those accounts to like 50K, take, months, maybe even a year to get there on all accounts, bro, you're hitting a mill. It's a good deal. $50 for all in, pretty much, for 20 accounts. That's a no-brainer. Nvda. Whoa, it's breaking down or what? It has to be breaking down below that 170 level. That's a breakdown level. Yeah, Nvida's letting go. Wow, what a gap down. Yeah, chips gap down nasty today. I don't know why. Yeah, look, NQ's going. ES is lagging. Retesting the daily open. Retested the 1 minute. Couldn't get above. Cool, that's a great sign for continuation. Now for me, I need to see the 15-minute break on both ES and NQ here. For those that were trying to panic on your QQs, we're back up 10%. I think it's Google selling its CPU to others, which means you might not need Nvidia's 40K GPUs. Just in, Nvidia set to lose as Meta considers Google chips. Set to lose $180 billion as Meta considers Google chips. Sheesh. And that is the top of the... And that is the bubble. We're not in a bubble. This is not a bubble. Shut your motherfucking ass. Yeah, it was gonna happen. It was just a matter of when for Google to catch up, and Microsoft uses who's Microsoft damn, I can't remember which one they invested in a year ago. And Apple's making new all-time highs. I feel like Apple and Google are gonna be the ones head to head with chips and everything very soon. That AMD and Nvidia won't even really matter. What it got down though? Sheesh. At least we hit that last week for 1,000%. Apple, yeah, Apple going stupid. Markets everywhere right now, so be careful. Let's go look at Google. Google and Apple should be ripping. Yeah. Oh, that Google candle. Okay, what else? I want to go back. I want to do coin. I want to catch coin again. We don't miss on coin, so I don't want to jinx it, but we don't miss on coin, and I just wanted to retest. We did break the 15 low right now in 2 minutes, which is good. If we can get below the weekly open, I would want to see continuation, which would be really, really good. But yeah, so you guys see, wow, what a sell-off on NQ, bro. 247 on these QQQ guys. 247, 256, 22%. 267 on QQ. We're fucking drilling. Nice. 270 here, guys. 270. It raises $243 billion right now, bro. What? Nice. 284. We're banking. These swings are paying, guys. 290 on QQ. We're fucking getting paid. And this is why you don't panic sell. This is why you don't panic and be like, I'm gonna get out because this, man, hold it. Have the balls to hold it. We got in for a reason, right? You fucking hold it. 302 here. Can we get an update? Can we get an update? 302 on these QQs. Please, please, please. Tag everyone. I got it. I got it. My mods are sleeping. I got it. Wake everyone up so they can trim some. And I really hope, Landon, I really hope you didn't panic sell at the open, bro. I'm gonna be so mad if you did, bro. And Spaz, you too. I really hope you guys didn't panic sell. There you go. See, held your hand. You made 54%. Good job, bro. Look, bro. You guys asked me Deadly. You guys asked me the simplest questions. You're up 40% of your money right now on these QQQ puts. It is up to you what you want to do. Whether you want to trim, whether you want to put break-even stops, where you want to let it go red. This is now a winning trade. Whatever happens from here on, like here forward, it's up to you. I did my job to call out something and make you money. It is your job to secure it, right? That's your part of your side of this job now. Full position. All right. So do you guys understand why these shorts are working and why we shorted, why we swung shorts? Right? Everyone gets so caught up, and I explained this all week. I explained it last week and I explained it this week. What a sell-off. What a leak. Oh. There we go. We're fucking up nice. 322 here. So far on these, I'm up 3 bands. Not bad, not bad. 327 on the QQ. Oh my god, all my alerts are going off. Whoa. We just need a break. We just broke the 15-minute on QQ and NQ, which is very good. Want to see coin. I really want coin. I really want coin. Yo, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Alright, so now that we're going to get the conference, we still haven't broken on ES, so we're going to wait another 15 minutes, guys. So at 9, we also have pending home sales. So we have news at 9. So what I see happening is continue lower and then retest with those news to push it down. But 350 here on QQ. 68%, guys. 350 here. Very nice. Very nice. Wow, what a sell-off. That's 200 points on the NQ. Damn, we should have took it off that 1 minute. Look how beautiful we rejected that 1 minute high. Had the shift down on the 5. Retested the imbalance on the 5. Damn, that was our Q right there. It's okay. We'll get an NQ in a little bit. So let me go over the trade, why I swung those QQ puts. So just like I said last week, if you guys watched the overview, let's see some ones who actually watched the overview and understand why we're selling off today. Remember, I post overviews every single night, so if you watched it, you know why this happened. Okay, cool. Right, so we knew that last week, and most importantly with QQ, we know that we had broke the inside daily here for continuation. We retested, continued down lower, and now it formed an outside daily. Right, we swept the outside daily low yesterday, which was not a great sign for me. I really didn't like that. But then we looked at the 4 hour and we knew that the 4 hour had a buy to sell setup, and we also were coming to retest the optimal and the premium on the 4 hour. So for me, the reason I shorted yesterday before close was because we had a shift to the downside after already tapping the larger time frame zones. And that's how we trade, right? We wait for the larger time frame levels to hit, and then once the larger time frame levels hit, we wait for a shift to the downside on a smaller time frame, because time frames work as a domino effect. So now the 1 minute is bearish, the 5 minutes bearish, the 15 minutes bearish, 30 minutes bearish, 1 hour, boom, boom, and so forth, right? So that is the reason we took those trades, and that is the reason I swung these, because the 4 hour is beautiful. We had a head and shoulder as well. Just everything lined up for me to take this trade, which is why I was super confident to swing this, and I wasn't panicking. And you know, I ignored some of you guys when you guys asked me some dumb questions about it, because it's just like, just look at the chart. What did I tell you yesterday before close, Landon? You and I forgot who else were panicking on the 5 minute or 15 minute. I was like, bro, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Look at the larger time frame. The larger time frame was telling you guys what the market wants to do, right? These pumps like these that we got yesterday on a Monday, remember that, on a Monday, with just manipulation to trap the bulls, to pretty much give us the retest that we want to continue lower, right? Because we knew that this week, anything that was to happen, if it was to pump, it was just to retest our rejection zones, which we did, right? We couldn't get above the 4 hour imbalance on ES. We couldn't get above the 4 hour imbalance on NQ. We couldn't get above the previous day high, which is a great sign that it doesn't want to continue higher than it did yesterday's manipulation. And we swept the high on ES. So these are things you need to think about every single day you come into trading and sit down and trade. These are the levels, these are the zones. Pay attention to your larger time frame. Don't stick to the 1 minute, 5 minute, and then forget to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. The larger time frame holds more value, and it's always going to tell you the true story. Sometimes, you know, does it take a little longer to play out? Yes, but that is what larger time frame is. Do you prefer sitting here and watching the chart every single minute and panicking, or do you prefer having conviction and relying on your larger time frame to lead you? I know my answer. But we're going we're going for a weekly open on NQ. So hold these runners on QQ. We're up 402 here. We're up 402. Ooh, we're up 100% here on QQ, guys. Nice, nice, very nice. 418. 418. Sorry, 418. mm. Okay, so obviously we're not getting a retest just yet. I do want to wait for the 15-minute retest, which is 10 more minutes, but we're just going to continue to sell off. This can be strong momentum. We are at the 4-hour 50%. Could see a nice little relief bounce here, but I think we'll just go to sweep the previous day low with this massive sell-off, especially with the chips news with Google and Apple. Yeah, 420 here. 420 here on QQ, guys. What a day. But yeah, we're bouncing. We could bounce off this 4-hour 50% on ES. Off the 5-minute. Look at that divergence we had, bro. NQ was leading. We had all the signs there to short it. I don't know my dumbass why I didn't short it, bro. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. It was an aggressive trade. It was an aggressive trade. It was the first 5-minute open. I like to wait the first 15 minutes before I take a setup anyway, so I don't feel bad about missing this move because we can just catch the retest in a little bit. Let's see if we can get a retest on coin. See if we can retest. See, we're at the 1-hour 50% on QQQ. We're at the 4-hour 50% on ES. So this is where we could bounce off these levels I have marked up. I just want to see a retest now into the 15-minute NQ, which is going to be, if this is to work, I need a retest of 24,807, but let's see 5-minute because I don't want to miss it. 20, damn, but the risk is going to be a lot more than I would like. 24,757. Let's see how it reacts at these levels here. Okay. 100% trade on QQQ. Who swung? Who swung QQ? Let me see, chat. Nice. Yo, options, we've been fucking killing it, huh? Yeah, that was a good spot to manage majority at the 50% for both QQ and ES. Now you just let your runners run. Okay. We're about to approach the 50% on ES. We're about to approach the 50% NQ, so be ready. Don't smack right away. Let's look for the market. Let's look at the market sentiment, and let's see how strong or weak this candle is going to be, okay? I'll be right back. All right, let's see. All right, we're at the 50% here. It's a strong bounce off the hourly. Remember, news in 4.5 minutes. So I love it on NQ here. I don't love it on ES because we haven't broken below the 15-minute low on ES. So I'm going to wait a little bit more. This candle's pretty strong, so I don't want to just to short here. We do have the confirmation on the 5-minute, but the 15-minute held, which is, I don't want ES to have the strength on the 15-minute and push higher. All right, so. And then okay, if we can stay below the high here too, then good. If we break above it, I'm not looking too short. 2 and 1. We closed above that high on NQ, but we didn't close above the high on ES. Oh, very tricky situation here. And then coins retesting weekly open. I love coin here. I do love coin here. ES stay below. Let's see the 15. We did retest that. 3 minutes here. I do like coin though. Damn, the cons are taxed though, and the spreads are horrible here. See, the momentum's pretty strong here, so we just have the optimal on ES. Let's see if we can stay below 67.08. So like I said, being cautious because the 15-minute held, and then we're also above the 6700 strike level on ES. As great as this looks, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, 200-point pump from the lows, so careful. We close above the 1 minute. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the news, and I'm gonna wait for it to form a new low for me, which is right here on NQ. Once we break below this low, we can short it on ES. Yeah, 15-minute broke. 15-minute held on ES. We're above 6700 level. We bounced off the 4 or 50%. We bounced off what we had to bounce off on whatchamacallit, on ES. And then on QQ we bounced off the 1 hour 50%. So we bounced off where we should have bounced off perfectly, like to the dot. I'm gonna see if I can fill on these coin 235 puts. I'm trying to see if I can get a 215 fill, but the spreads are pretty nasty. Maybe I gotta put 220 just because. hope no one shorted NQ just yet, guys. That's why I say wait for me. Wait for me. Bro, look at that rejection on coin. It doesn't even let me fill, man. I don't want to pay more than I should. Yeah, if I don't get filled on these coins, then whatever. I'll miss it, but I like the setup. We're retesting the 15-minute low breakage here on QQ. Nice little buy to sell setup. So short looks very good. I just need the confirmation shift on the downside. Remember what I said at the very beginning of the live. You need every single time frame to line up so it can be a domino effect. So we are currently bullish on the 1 minute. I need to see a shift back down on the 1 minute to consider it bearish for me to work out. News just hit too, so let's see what happens. Imagine there's people that would have chased down here, bro. Damn, coin's going. It didn't even feel me. Brutal. That was a sexy setup on coin too. Let's see, did I get filled? No, I didn't get filled on coin. Bro, they're already up like 23%. Let's see the low break. Bro, that's an 80-point rejection there, guys. What the big ranges, big ranges. It's 100 points here off that rejection from that retest of the 15-minute low break. Just a little heads up. That's 100 points, so that should tell you how much to size in with. Okay. Yeah, I canceled my order on coin. There's no way we're getting filled. That thing is gone, bro. Coin is gone. That thing's at 320, $100 per coin already. Yeah. We're about to shift on the 1 minute here. We tapped the premium, we tapped the optimal, we retested the 15-minute break. We rejected the 600 psych level on at QQ here too. Let's see if we can get the break, and we just got the break. I'd want to see a retest. That'd be in the perfect world, but I think we can just catch momentum here. It's a tough call. It's either I get us in here, try to catch the momentum, or I bag us here and not wait for a retest. That's 60 points retest. Yeah, look at coin. Beautiful. Okay, I have an idea here. It's gonna be more risk than I would want. $73. Yeah, it's 100 points, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it's momentum there. I'm about to miss both moves. There's no way, bro. We're right, but we can't get an entry. Damn, a coin, bro. Wow, why didn't it bill me, man? Those are gone. 335. ES just tapped to 50%. I'm gonna take some sells here. NQ sells here. We're up 10 points so far. $20 points here. Break even stops for me. Bro, high school kids. And I just gotta stop break even. Let's see if I can get to 51. And I'll retry it there. Come on, come on. Alright, I'm trying sales here again. Fill at 62. 10 points here again. You're gonna cry, but you dropped it, bro. Stop throwing it on purpose. And here. Those high school kids. Got like 8 minutes for the 15 that I need for ES, bro. Bro, high school kids. Bro, high school kids. ES at the premium. We're about to hit the premium on NQ here. Yeah, coin went very nice, bro. The spreads were bad though. That's why we couldn't get filled. The spreads were horrible on it. SPY just retested daily open again here. See if we can get the rejection we want from this level. It's ES. ES pissing me off. ES is trying to hold, bro. Go to sleep. You don't need me there. Go to sleep with you, bro. Go to sleep. Stop crying. Crybabies don't get fed, remember. Okay? You keep crying, you don't get fed today. We closed below the breaker, which is good. What, Bubba? What? 5 minutes here. We need ES to let go here in the next 5 minutes. So that way NQ can really get the flush it needs. We're just chopping in this range now. What, this one is already crying? What do you want, bruh? Just fucking with me at this point. Back at 10 points here. Nice. Nice. 20 points here. Nice. I'm going to take some off here so I can at least make some good money today. And then we let these ride. Nice. 30 points. 30 points. Let's go, baby. Oh, my God. 50 points here. Very nice, guys. 50 points. Trim some more here. And then stops in profit. What a banger, what a banger, what a banger, what a banger, what a banger trade again and again and again and again and again and again. Do you guys understand why I was using 77 as my stop loss? This was my breaker here. If it was to break above the breaker, it was going to go for the high. So my risk was to close above this here with very minimal risk. We were risking about 15 points. My entry was 62. The stop loss was at 77, which is 15 points, right? Go, be gone, child. Go, 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 go. So let me explain why I took that trade. Let me really break that trade down. So like I said, we broke on the 15-minute on NQ. We retested the 5-minute, right? So we knew on the 5-minute we retested the optimal, and we waited for the confirmation on the small time frame, which was the 1-minute shift to the downside, because we want the time frames, excuse me, to line up like a domino effect. So now that the 1-minute went bearish, we waited for a retest on the 1-minute, and then we used a breaker here as a stop loss, because this breaker here was supposed to be previous support. If that previous support didn't hold, then now that old support turns to new resistance, and as you can see, that turned into resistance, and that is what caused us to break. And the reason I also like the sells was because we were around the 6700 psych level on ES, and then we were right at the 600 level on QQQ. So these psych levels for me also helped me to build confluence into my trades and why I take these setups, right? But these are other things you look for other than the 4 steps that we currently use for the strategy. You look at these things as well, right? Other than that, you should have made some really good money today. Banger trade, you know, very minimal risk. Like when you have minimal risk like that, it's a no-brainer, bro. Smack that, bitch. Smack that. You know what? When you have minimal risk, yeah, stop was closed above 77. And I gotta stop break even my runners. I am happy for today. Remember, this week it's a holiday week. Get your money, get out. Now we're gonna chop here. We're gonna chop around now. So whatever happens here, I truly don't care. Most importantly, it looks like ES gonna hold the 15-minute low again, so we can get some nasty price action here. It's gonna be 45 minutes in the open, and we realistically haven't gone anywhere. So if you made your money for today, if you are green, go enjoy your day. Okay, I promise you do not want to mess around and find out today. Can it continue lower? Yes, off a larger time frame, but am I going to tell you to stay on and do that? Nah, I would say do it on options, because then you can have some time. You have time with you that, you know, it's not going against you, so you could do that, okay? But if you guys are going to try to trade futures anymore,